Now, this is something I talk about so much that you can almost already predict the kind of things that I'm going to say in this particular short video. But it is so important that I'm going to talk about it just one more time. And I'm not promising this will be the last. But one of the best ways that I know of to help encourage creativity is to try new things, and that can be absolutely anything. But journaling for me is still my go-to for everything. And there are many kinds of journals, because some people record their innermost thoughts and their feelings on a daily basis. Others write maybe a poem or a few lines of an essay once a week or every few months, or simply whenever the feeling takes them. And that for me is the really wonderful thing about journaling, because there are no rules, no restrictions. It is down to you and whatever feels right and whatever feels good for you. So to get your creative juices really flowing, start a journal to record inspirational thoughts and ideas, or to keep track of an artistic project, something that you're working on and you want to remember the various stages. Choose a blank book, preferably one without lines, and something that appeals to you in terms of colour, size and texture. If you're feeling really creative, you could make your own journal, designing the cover with drawings and pictures, maybe some photographs, things that inspire you and really light you up. The most important thing here is physically starting. The first step, take some action and just get started. Because in the beginning, you might want to schedule your journal into your time, into your day. But even if you don't, you know that it is there and it is waiting for you when the moment's right and when the inspiration strikes and you feel like, I'm going to just put 10 minutes aside and go and do something now. I found that one of the best ways to encourage that creativity is to try new things. So don't let any preconceived notions of what a journal should be like to get in your way. Anything too formal or linear kind of puts us into a box a little bit, and it stops us from expressing our own creativity. Write with your non-dominant hand if you think you can read it afterwards, or write in a different direction. Maybe you write from the bottom of the page up, or you write something landscape orientation. Anything that just feels a little bit differently. Occasionally, you might want to write diagonally or even in a circle. When it comes down to it, you don't even really need to write any words at all. You could draw a picture, doodle, paste a collage of images instead, things that are meaningful to you, things that portray how you're feeling in this moment. The most important thing here is not to worry about your artistic skills in creating the journal, but focus instead on your own personal expression, because that's all this really is. Anything fresh will do to kickstart your creativity. So, it could be that you write in a different colour pen, or you use some pencils or some felt tips, anything to brighten it up. Fill your pages with colourful doodles, or quotes and expressions that really resonate with you. Anything to keep you from travelling the same worn paths in your thinking is what we're trying to achieve here. Your journal can be about any aspect of your creativity. You may or may not want to believe it at this moment in time, but there is no such thing as a non-creative person. Okay, remember that. No such thing as a non-creative person. Any collection of fragments can be, used to depict your dreams, your prompt book for your brilliant ideas, or the start of a larger creative endeavor. Don't just spend time putting a journal together. Don't do it just because I'm telling you it's a good thing to do. Every once in a while, take it down off the shelf and have a read, revisit it, and see if things still resonate with you in the same way that they did. And treat it as if you've just found someone else's journal lying there, and actually that it was okay for you to have a look inside, because of course this is something very private. The inspiration you discover may surprise you. Maybe the things that you once thought you couldn't cope without now send a shiver down your spine, and you realize actually something was on your side that didn't deliver that thing to you. Or maybe you're now living the life that you initially created in your journal. Either way, there is some real magic to be achieved by doing this. So give it the time and the attention that it deserves.